and welcome to Sharpness Gaming, and today we're back with Doubles Time, and we're using the Pokemon VGC 2017 team. If you did not see the last episode, you should be sure to go check it out. Link for the playlist will be down in the description below, and I actually have my microphone on this time, so we'll be able to hear everything I'm saying, hopefully. But, like I said, we are back with the Mischievous Rampardos team, also featuring Gastrodon, Scizor, Flareon, and Hariyama, and we're going to jump right in this. We got 3 wins last time. Can we get 2 more, please? 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 After last week, we need him. We need him. 1500 rated player, Ramon from California. Or Ramen. No, it's not Ramen. It's a Ramon. It might be Ramen. If your name's Ramen, let me know. But this is a scary-looking team. Also looks like a Trick Room team as well, consisting of 3 ghost types, Spiritomb, Cofagrigus, and Sableye. We also see Hariyama, Greninja, and Skarmory, depending on how you want to pronounce that. So, I think Gastrodon and Rampardos are going to be really good here. Other Pokemon that are going to be good, Mischievous, maybe Flareon. I'm thinking Flareon will probably be the best. Probs be best, you know. So let's go Mischievous. And actually Flareon. Let's leave Mischievous Flareon with Gastrodon and Rampardos in the back. Thing we'll have to worry about, of course, is that Greninja. That's why we have the Gastro. The gastric acid. And Mischievous, we're not going to set up Trick Room, because obviously he's got a lot of Trick Room Pokemon. I mean, maybe against the Greninja would be fine. But unfortunately, we don't have a Ghost... I'm not a Ghost type. What am I trying to say? A Fairy type. Unfortunately, we don't have a Fairy type for this Sableye. So, things I'm going to do. Will-O-Wisp the Cofagrigus to get some damage off on it, and I could Flare Blitz, but I'm going to protect. I'm going to protect my Flareon in case he's a Fake-Out Sableye. I can fairly well see that happening. And this way I can get the guts off before taking a bunch of damage. So you get a Protect on Flareon. Sableye is just going to go straight for Calm Mind, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we're just going to have to blast into it with Flare Blitz. We're going to get the Will-O-Wisp off on the Cofagrigus. Not that I think it's going to be useful for his attack stat, unless we don't see it knockoff. We do see Trick Room, though. We do see a Trick Room, though. So we see some burn damage on the Cofagrigus, and then Toxic on the Flareon. Now, we fairly well could see Psych Up from this Cofagrigus, which would be annoying. I'm just going to Shadow Ball the Cofagrigus and Flare Blitz and Sableye. The unfortunate thing is this team doesn't have a lot to do against Ghost types, especially Sableye. We're really relying on like Rampardos and Flareon to take it on. But I also... Oh, he's got Hex. That's going to hurt Flareon real bad. Doesn't even bring me to half. But I think this Flare Blitz is going to knock us out, unfortunately. We do a ton of damage to that Sableye, which is really cool. And then we get a Shadow Ball off onto the Cofagrigus. It's not going to do a ton of damage, obviously. But we do see leftovers. We do see leftovers on the Cof. We're going to take some more toxic damage on Flareon. Cofagrigus will take some burn damage. Cofagrigus. So I'm going to go for another... Actually, I'm going to go for Trick Room. I'm going to get rid of Trick Room and protect Flareon. So then the following turn I can Flare Blitz into Sableye. Sableye might go for Recover this turn. But I also think it might just straight up attack my Mischievous. And then we might see a Hex from Cofagrigus again. It is going to recover up. Unfortunately. We're going to see the Recover on the Sableye. Cofagrigus does go for another Hex into Flareon. I get Trick Room to go away here. Because we do see that Flareon and Mischievous are faster than these two. Now, the nice thing is we should be able to knock out Cofagrigus on the following turn here. Oh! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And as long as the Sableye doesn't have Protect, which I don't think it will, we should bring it down to a point where Rampardos can come in and take it out on the following turn. Relying on Rampardos once again. So we can Flare Blitz into Sableye this turn. If we don't get to Flare Blitz into Sableye... Okay, we should be able to then. We won't be able to knock it out, unfortunately. But we do knock out Cofagrigus with Misdreavus. My little girl Misdreavus coming through. And Flareon getting the Flare Blitz off. Sableye might just recover here, knowing that it's going to be taking a Flare Blitz, and it'll be able to survive. Just barely survives, too. No burn, unfortunately, from the Flare Blitz, but I could just see a recover happening here. Yep, there's a recover. Sableye is so annoying. Mega Sableye is 10 times worse. Alright, so we have to bring in Rampardos here so I can Rock Slide. And then we just have to hope the accompanying Pokemon isn't something that's going to really hurt Rampardos. Spiritomb. So another really annoying Pokemon I don't have super effective damage for. But what I can do is Will-O-Wisp that Spiritomb. Actually, I'm going to taunt him so he can't Will-O-Wisp my Rampardos. So I'm going to taunt Spiritomb and Rock Slide. Should do big damage to both these Pokemon. We are Life Orb. Unfortunately, not Max Attack, because I wanted to be able to get kills off with Thunderbolt and Flamethrower. So unfortunately, Rock Slide might actually not take these Pokemon out, or take out Sableye. But we can flinch him. Hopefully, we do get a crit on the Spiritomb. We do see Citrus Berry as well. And as long as Sableye doesn't either Will-O-Wisp. Oh, a double Will-O-Wisp. But into Misdreavus. So as long as we connect the Rock Slide on the following turn, we should be fine. We should be fine. That being said, I'm going to Will-O-Wisp the Spiritomb and then Rock Slide this turn. Spiritomb does have Sucker Punch. I was kind of assuming that much, but we should be able to take one. Take it very well. Misdreavus gets the Will-O-Wisp off on the Spiritomb. And then Rock Slide from Rampardos. Connects with both Pokemon, so it will take out the Sableye. Perfect. And it's going to bring Spiritomb down to a point where Will-O-Wisp will actually take him out as well. So we are looking mighty fine here. Misdreavus is going to get hurt by Burn. Spiritomb is going to faint to Burn. I do love Spiritomb's cry. Now I'm really hoping for a Greninja here. It is Hariyama, though. That's unfortunate. I could burn him and try and get Guts off on him, but I think just Shadow Balling is going to be our best option. And I'm going to protect my Rampardos this turn. He could knock off Misdreavus, but I think he's going to fake out Rampardos. I really should have just Thunderbolted if I thought that was the case. Rampardos is going to protect. Because he could just freely knock off Misdreavus here, too. Yeah, that's what he's going to do, too, is knock off. He might close combat Rampardos this turn. He goes for Brick Break, actually, into Rampardos. Why is he carrying Brick Break? Interesting. You don't see a lot of screens. Oh, he's got a Flame Orb. So I guess it's better that I got the Shadow Ball off. And then Rampardos. Rock Slide isn't very effective. He has Guts, obviously, so I'm just going to go for Flamethrower. Get the Shadow Ball off. It's going to bring him down to 50%. Hariyama actually outspeeds Rampardos. That's going to knock me out. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Critical hit. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. I don't even think a max defense Rampardos would be able to take it from a Guts Hariyama. I mean, it is a Brick Break, so maybe. Just maybe. But that's going to be down to a point where the combination of Misdreavus and Gastrodon will be able to take him out. We are at that range. So Shadow Ball and Earth Power. Misdreavus, of course, outspeeds the Hariyama. And just misses taking him out. He's going to go for knockoff on the Misdreavus. That will take me out because of that Guts boost, unfortunately. But Gastrodon will be able to take it out. And even if he had attacked Gastrodon, he would have fainted a Rocky Helmet. And he would have also fainted to Burn at the end of that turn anyway. So pick up a nice easy win for our first match of the episode. Let's see if we can get one that's... I mean, that one was obviously challenging. We were down to just Gastrodon, but I want to see something that tests our brain a little bit with this team. Let's test our brain a little bit. I'm going to hit that Battle Box. I'm gonna hit that battle box and hit that challenge. And we're up to 1599, so already making a big comeback from last week's team and the team that was cut from the series because it was just absolutely sucking it up and making me so mad. But let's see what my opponent brings. My tooth is hurting. Sorry if you heard that like spitty swallowing noise. I was touching my tooth, making sure it was okay. But anyway, another very interesting team with Breloom, Mawile, Melodic, Hydreigon, Whimsicott, and Dusclops. So I'm going to want to bring Hariyama for sure. I'm going to want to leave Hariyama for sure. And then we can go Misdreavus as well. And then Flareon doesn't look too bad here. Flareon actually looks really, really good here. Flareon and Gastrodon. The unfortunate thing is going to be dealing with that Melodic with this. Rampardos does have our Thunderbolt. He is our water. Unfortunately, he is the one that attacks water types when he's weak to him. That's why we have the Gastrodon. But I just think he's not going to do much here. We would have Flamethrower for Whimsicott and Mawile as well, but I think Flareon already covers them well enough that we don't need. Oh, and also for the Breloom. But Breloom has Mach Punch, so, you know. I just don't think Rampardos will do very good here. To be honest, we'll have to deal with Melodic in other ways. Hopefully we can find a good way to do that. I could see him bringing Dusclops here, especially because I have Misdreavus. It almost looks like a Trick Room team, but I think it's just Trick Room for Mawile and Dusclops. I don't think it really is for the rest of the team. But I have Hariyama, so I can fake out the Dusclops. I mean, not fake out. Knock off the Dusclops, get rid of its Eviolite. And Dusclops is just a bulkier Misdreavus without Levitate, you know? That's what it is. That's what it is. And I think Misdreavus has a little more special attack stat. I mean, obviously, because Dusclops is a physical attacker. But we do see Whimsicott and Mawile actually lead off here. That's fine by me. It's fine by me. So we could obviously see Play Rough into the Hariyama. We could obviously see that, but I'm going to fake out the Whimsicott and Will-O-Wisp the Mawile. And Will-O-Wisp the Mawile. So I'll make it so Mawile can't KO the Hariyama, and I'm even going to switch the Hariyama on the following turn, because I don't want to be encored into fake out. We could see Protect from Mawile this turn. Fairly well could. No Protect. We get the Fake Out off onto Whimsicott. It's going to do little to no damage. Misdreavus does get to go first. I told you, Misdreavus is really fast. This is even a negative speed, 0 IV nature, or negative nature, 0 IV. That still does so much damage. Natured Whimsicott. What I'm trying to say there. And I mean, Misdreavus, and I still outspeed it. So, Flareon resists, so I'm going to bring in Flareon. And with Misdreavus, I'm going to taunt the Whimsicott. I mean, even so, we saw how much damage it did to Hariyama, so I don't even think Flareon's going to want to take this that much, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Hariyama's going to switch into Flareon. Plus we get a free Toxic Orb from here. We're going to see Encore into where the Hariyama was. And we get the Taunt. And Mawile actually goes for Iron Head and a Misdreavus. We should take this. Yeah, we eat those. So now the question is, does he switch the Mawile or the Whimsicott? I am going to Flare Blitz into the Whimsicott, and I'm actually going to switch Misdreavus out for Hariyama here. So this way, if he switches into Melodic, I can fake it out on the following turn and then go for Facade. That's the plan right now. That's the plan right now. I'm hoping he switches Mawile into Melodic, but now that I think about it, yeah, he's going to withdraw the Whimsicott from Melodic. There was no reason to switch the... Oh, Hydreigon, actually. There's no reason to switch the Mawile because it is burned. So there's no reason to keep it around. But in comes the Hariyama. Mawile goes for Sucker Punch into the Flareon. We should still take that fairly well, which we do. Flare Blitz into the Hydreigon. It's not going to knock it out. It does a decent amount of damage, almost to the point where I think that a Facade will actually take it out, so I won't have to Flare Blitz there again. But let me see here. So we have Mawile, we have Whimsicott, we have Hydreigon. So I think I can just Facade over there and Fake Out over there and be fine. Unless he protects, obviously, but I don't think we really need to keep Flareon around as much anymore. Because I think we've got all the Fire Weak Pokemon covered. Could actually withdraw Hydreigon. That's fine. This Facade's going to hurt whatever comes in. It's going to be Whimsicott. Whimsicott should faint. Whimsicott should faint. Oh, he was afraid of the Hariyama. That's why he did it. Mawile's going to protect here. That's fine. I'm not worried about that Mawile in the least. I'm going to Fake Out off on the Whimsicott. I think he was thinking that I was going to maybe Fake Out the Mawile. I don't know. I don't necessarily know what was going on there. But Whimsicott faints to that. Mawile gets hurt by some more burn. And now Hydreigon possibly comes back in here. Hydreigon possibly comes back in here. Breloom actually comes in. Probably just to Mach Punch my Flareon. So I'm going to switch Flareon for Misdreavus. And Hariyama's going to try and close combat this Breloom, but obviously Mawile's going to outspeed. Mawile just has to miss, is the only thing we have to worry about there. So Misdreavus can come in, take this Mach Punch. Yep. Not effective. Sucker Punch from Mawile, actually, just to make sure it gets the Flareon, maybe, but Breloom now takes a close combat, so that's nice for me. No Toxic Orb on the Breloom, I'm hoping. No Toxic Orb. Perfect. Power's going to die on my phone, which is fine. I'm just going to... The problem we currently run into is Breloom's going to Spore. I'm going to try and Trick Room. I guess try and close combat the Breloom, but it's going to... Breloom actually protects, so I should get a Trick Room off here, which is actually really nice for me. Mawile's going to play rough into the Misdreavus. That's not going to knock me out, so on the following turn... I need to Will-O-Wisp the Breloom. Because if Mawile tries to Sucker Punch me, then it'll take me out. So I have to Will-O-Wisp into Breloom. Is it worth... just trying to think if it's worth to keep Hariyama around. I think it is. I'm going to switch Gastrodon in. So this is turn 1 of Trick Room. I do have to keep that in mind. And we actually seen all of his Pokemon. So I don't know why he didn't bring Melodic. I guess maybe afraid of this Gastrodon, but I had nothing for Melodic, so that's why I was... He's going to Mach Punch the Gastrodon, though, so this should actually take him out. Yeah, he's dead. So, useless Will-O-Wisp from Misdreavus, unfortunately. But I think the Mawile also plays rough into Gastrodon. No, actually into Misdreavus. That's going to knock it out. It's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. So he made a pretty good play there. Because he gets a bunch of damage off on Gastrodon. But this also means that Hydreigon comes in here. This also means that Hydreigon does come in here. So I'm going to Fake Out the Mawile and Ice Beam the Hydreigon, because I'm not worried because if Hydreigon protects, I don't want to waste my turn and lose Hariyama. So I can Fake Out the Mawile, take it out. I don't think the Hydreigon's going to be attacking my Hariyama. Yeah, leaving this Mawile alone while it was burned is probably our best option. I mean, it did do a lot of damage on the side, but I don't think it was enough to worry about it. Ice Beam into Hydreigon. Hydreigon's actually taking a lot of damage because it took a Flare Blitz, that's why. Dark Pulse into the Gastrodon. I'm going to be able to survive that, but Mawile should faint here, and it does. It does. So that means Gastrodon can, in both these Pokemon, can come around and knock out this Hydreigon. And if I'm still counting right, this should just be turn 4. So no Protect. That could be a Choice Specs Hydreigon as well. So we see the Ice Beam's going to knock out Hydreigon. Perfect. And that's going to be game. This team has not lost yet. 5 wins so far. We're going to be taking this to another episode, guys. I think those matches were long enough that they should suffice for an episode. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Again, let me know what you think of the team down in the comment section below. Obviously, this is pre-recorded because Battle Spot should be shut down by this point, but we may use it in the future. I really love Misdreavus. I'm so glad I used it. When I originally was making these teams, Murkrow and Misdreavus were going to be on the same team, but then I was like, I can't have 2 Eviolite users, and I think they only both shine when they have Eviolite. So that's why they got split into 2 teams, and I'm really enjoying this one so much more than I was the last one. The last one I really liked too, and I think I would have enjoyed it more had we not been boned out of so many misses, but I just love this team so much. And I'm glad Rampardos is working. I'm glad Flareon's working. Flareon was the last minute add-on that I put onto it, and I'm glad it's working so well. I hope my boy T is proud. Young T, he's probably not even watching. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you next time. Stay sharp, everyone.